Let's make some sweet potato pie egg rolls for sweet potato season. Welcome back to Adornment with Adrienne.
Alright, Adorners, so we have our sweet potatoes or yams that were in the can, and I have added the syrup that was in the pan, and I'm going to add some butter and some vanilla, some nutmeg and some cinnamon to this, and some brown sugar. And then I'm going to whip it up, let it cool, and then I'm going to add an egg to it really quickly to make our filling. Okay. Alright, Adorners, so I've added in some brown sugar, nutmeg, and some cinnamon to this, and I'm going to whip this up. You can see I kind of mashed down our sweet potatoes, and I'm going to whip up an egg and add that to it, and I'll be back. Okay, Adorners, so I've added in a couple tablespoons of reduced fat milk. You can use heavy cream if you like. I'm going to mix this all together. I'm letting this cool off, and then I'll add our egg to it. Okay, so you can see, Adorners, we have the filling for our sweet potato egg rolls, sweet potato pie egg rolls, basically. But I haven't added in our egg yet. I added in our milk. It was about 2 tablespoons of milk. Some nutmeg. You need about 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Some brown sugar, some white sugar if you have it. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. Okay. Anyway, if you want to make the lighter version of this, of course, you could just use egg whites. Okay, Adorners, so I have our sweet potato filling and our egg rolls and a little water to seal our egg roll wrappers. I'm going to scoop in about 2 tablespoons of our sweet potato pie mixture to each egg roll, and then I am going to wrap it and put it in our air fryer. Okay, Adorners, so I'm going to take 2 scoops of our sweet potato pie filling and add it to the center of our egg roll wrapper. Okay, and I'm going to wrap this up like a burrito. Add a little water to the outside so it'll stay closed. All right, so we have here, right, fold and fold, and let's make sure, and then I'm just going to wrap this over. Okay, make sure. Okay, a couple times, and then we're going to seal it with some water. Okay, we're going to make about 5 of these, and I'll be back. Okay, Adorners, as I said, so we take our egg roll wrapper, okay, take them out of the package, and I have some water in a little pan here. Hot water, warm water, it's up to you. And I am going to, all right, we have our roll. We're going to fold it in like we would a burrito, okay. Make sure. Fold and fold again. All right, Adorners, last one. I'm going to add some water, like I said, to the outside. We got about 2 tablespoons left of our filling. Now, if you want to know actually how to make a really great sweet potato pie, I have a recipe on my Etsy shop, as well as I have a couple videos of how to actually make those, especially with the holidays coming up. All right, so again, we're going to fold in. And don't worry if these seem flat. You're like, these seem really flat. But when they cook in the air fryer, they're going to plump up. And you can fry these in oil if you like, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. Okay, Adorners, so I have 5 really full egg rolls. I'm going to add them. I sprayed with a nonstick spray to our air fryer pan. Okay, we're going to place these in. Okay. And I added one more, just a little tiny one, so I'm going to slide this in if I can. They're going to plump up. You'll see that when you cook them. They'll start to plump up. Actually, maybe I'm... All right, Adorners, so I have all of our egg rolls, sweet potato pie egg rolls in our pan, and I'm going to put them on my air fry, just a regular air fryer setting, and I'm going to cook them for about, I don't know, 4 minutes on one side and flip them over. And I'll be back. All right, Adorners, so into the air fryer our egg rolls go. So we're setting our menu to air fry on the normal setting. Actually, I'm going to turn the temperature down to about 385. Let's see. and start. Okay, Adorners, I'm going to go ahead and spray this with just a little bit of spray for the outside. And back in they go. Shake a little bit. Okay, Adorners, so I'm going to sprinkle this with a little bit of nutmeg and a little cinnamon. Okay, Adorners, so our sweet potato pie egg rolls have been cooking for about 4 minutes or so. You can see they're starting to brown up nicely, but it's time to flip them over. Okay, so you need to get something and flip them over and let them cook for another 4 minutes or so. Okay, Adorners, as you can see, I've gone ahead and flipped over our sweet potato pie egg rolls. You can add some sugar or nutmeg, cinnamon to this if you'd like, maybe even salt if you like a little savory. But I wouldn't suggest that right now. We're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and cook these on 4 minutes on this side, because if you don't flip over your egg rolls, then you end up with kind of a gooey, chewy egg roll. It'll look nice on one side, but it won't be done on the other. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, Adorners, you can see our egg rolls are starting to puff up a little bit and starting to brown. All right, and we're gonna flip them back over, but just not yet. Okay. You can see how our sweet potato pie egg rolls are starting to look. I'm gonna let them cook for about 1 minute. I'm gonna let them cook for about 1 more minute on this side, and then I'm gonna turn them over again. All right, Adorners, so we've cooked our sweet potato pie egg rolls on 4 minutes or so on each side, and now I'm gonna flip them back over and cook them for 2 more minutes on the original side. Okay, Adorners, so I've gone ahead and flipped them over, and we're going to cook them for 2 more minutes. You don't have to do this, but I suggest doing it because you want your egg rolls to be cooked evenly on both sides. Okay, 2 minutes and we'll be back. You can see our sweet potato pie egg rolls are almost done. It's still a little dewy, I think, a little gooey. So I'm going to let them cook. I'm going to lower the temperature to 350 for about 2 more minutes. Okay, Adorners, so our sweet potato pie egg rolls are finished. We're gonna let them sit for a minute. Okay, as you can see, we're gonna let them sit just for a few minutes, just to kind of cool off a little bit, and then I'm gonna plate them up. All right, Adorners, so as you can see, our sweet potato pie egg rolls are done. Right, I plated them up. We're gonna let these cool for just a couple minutes. I would suggest, because the filling is going to be hot, that you kind of let this sit for maybe 5 to 10 minutes before actually trying to eat them. Or if you're going to plate them up with some ice cream, which I think would be really great, you can go ahead and put them in with some ice cream and cut them or whatever. But I would say don't bite into this until you wait at least 5 minutes. Okay, Adorners, so we have our sweet potato pie egg roll. I'm going to just slice this really quick. So I'm slice it right here. It's crispy, not too crispy so you can't cut it. I'll slice it on an angle. Okay, Adorners, as you can see, we have our filling for our sweet potato pie egg rolls. I'm gonna. That is really good. If you're not watching your cholesterol, you could fry these for sure. Wonderful snack. Great for Thanksgiving, Christmas. Great for any time. Put them in the freezer, pop them in the microwave, pop them in the air fryer, and you have a wonderful sweet potato pie snack.
Happy sweet potato pie season, y'all. Thank you for joining me with Adornment with Adrienne. I'm your girlfriend, your auntie of lifestyle and decor. And as always, instead of saying goodbye, I say saving hello for another time. Please be sure to click like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. See you in the next video.